Never bring a child into this world and leave them to struggle for survival. Never. If you are not ready to be a parent, nobody will force you to be a parent. To be a parent, it is a job and a ministry that you don't go on pension. You work all the days of your life to be a parent. The first day that you impregnate a woman, know that you have a big responsibility, a big task. You have your job description. You have a job description. From the day one that you impregnate the woman till the child comes out from the woman's womb, my dear one, you have a big job. And that is why if you're a woman, don't think about only sex. Because after sex, anything can happen. You can be pregnant. And when you become pregnant, it is a responsibility. Carrying the child in your womb for 9 months, it is a big deal. It is not a joke. Young lady, go to the old mothers that are able to raise children. Go to them and seek wisdom and knowledge, because to become a mother, it is a high responsibility. So, person winning sana wa. Now, person dem kwada bewi ase a. Eye dwumaden edwuma kese. Enye mmerema sem be me mo abetire se oh metimi ne oba anyinsan no. Ekotra brosa. Eya sede ye dwuma son kese a so binya kase me pese me nyinsan wo ba. So nyinsan wo ba. We are sure. Nyinsan wo ba no oba no kra no ifri da wo nyinsan ye kopem da wo be wo no eye dwuma kase. Wuntimi nkasa me de ma ye busy na me nam an no an nyem na dabi o we yesa wanya problem wo wadwenem adwene no enhye da nya adwuma saa wonya nyinsan wo ba enhye ne free wo ho ekọ no ho no eye adwuma kase adwuma so adwuma ne bo dene wonya krama yo wonya wo dwan wonya na ntwie ha wonya brechiro once more we am bo wo medin no wo nyem ma they don't care. What do we nipa? You are a human being. You are not a goat, you are not a sheep, you are not a dog, you are not a cat. You are a human being. When a human being impregnates a woman, it is a big responsibility. For those animals that I have mentioned their names, when they impregnate, they don't buy anything. They don't take them to hospitals. They don't buy any dresses. There's no form of preparation for the time for the child to come. Have you come across some before? In which country? In which continent? That a goat and a dog impregnated the woman, and then the dog man is taking the dog lady to hospital. You need to be responsible. As a civil who say a human makofa a diabetomoso. Inti yense no money adeno enya for fun. Enya for fun. When you're ready, so be your juma masa to zipunum. And ye neya menokata to zipunum. To now you are gonna say, this is my gather momentum. I have prepared myself. I put myself together very well, because you need to be responsible. After all, and not just only being responsible, you be accountable. You will be accountable of that child. O de power se me o nhwa akoda no. Me de me nhwa no manyam me nhwa no manyam. No. Nobody will ask you anything. No court. No court will take you and sentence you. But I'm telling you, there is a court in heaven. To impregnate somebody, it goes with responsibility. It goes with accountability. Now, so when you say so they are crown baby. Do you know that you have a duty and a responsibility? Say when you say obano na obano efa ye fro na obano ahwe ne ho so ye nyame ye na dom na akwada no epie ba. Danu akwada no epie ba no. In a very civilized environment, in a very civil, check that words. In a very civilized environment, you the man, like myself, you too the man, you need to stand where your wife or your girlfriend is delivering the child in a civilized environment. Won't be more bano in cry your frunuma 9 months. They drew that walk on so now a conco. No, what kunkunane na wono na wo gentia na jezone na mbosa no you free. You can't be free. You need to be responsible by taking the woman to the hospital, to the labor ward, making sure that when your baby that doctor baby nurse be midwife be it is your responsibility. It is your responsibility. You cannot impregnate somebody now in what is when your psychosis bizarre. When your psychosis is what you more be banana in a Hey, Masa, as I mean, how can I say? And also, say the time of what I did to Obano underwear, Sano, didn't win what Hey, this kind of lifestyle that has come into our society, that people impregnate people's children and they walk free without nobody charges them. And some of the men, they act at times foolishly. And when you even confront them, the way they talk, like I said, they are not the one who slept with that woman or that lady. And then the woman will go through the painful time for 9 solid months. No obano na walkra bedra. If in war picture when you between the hospital, for Christ's sake, how can you be so mean? How can you be so wicked? How can you be so evil that one you are not around to let the woman feel that indeed a man slept with me? Even so, no background naya. Or bewa, you put the human face to it by helping the woman. What about being the one responsible of stripping that woman naked? You slept with her, and 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. When to me and you could not. Really? Na do da na wo brenso ba beso a you are nowhere to be found. Hey, you are nowhere to be found. We are suffer when you more ba when you didn't know your plan, and then you are not showing up. What kind of human are you? Then which kind of Christ are you talking about? Christo Ben, how can I which Bible are you using? Master. And then you are a banker. And you are a chief executive. You have impregnated somebody's daughter or co-school. And you could not have the common simple sense that Mamenko Hababawe won't worry no problem. That is your prerogative. But then you cannot even visit to cool down that lady and talk sensibly, respectfully. And now, when I'm one year from boss and director, what kind of director are you? What kind of chief executive? Yes, I'm from Nana. When you have impregnated somebody, then nipa no went to me and kosrano anko pema simple war babe war. Into sa tiriye no ya edisi so ya dai. That umbrella must be broken. Also you bunu everywhere opampaso. Because you are very irresponsible. Abofre bia irrespective how akoda ne bury us here. That child come from God. That child came into this world to fulfill divine mandate. That child is here to fulfill divine agenda. That child is in this world to operate under the supreme directions by God. That child. Maybe moko dawo hotel, moko dawo dambotum, moko dawo kem. But I can tell you that child, his destiny is not being determined by where you, the man and the woman, slept. It is a matter that you need to think, because that child is destined to make impact and to influence society. I can give you series of individuals be a woman same no mensheda enyefe. Check David, ko check is David na ne maame wo henifa. Ko check. Ko check is Jephthah. The mother of Jephthah was a prostitute. But look at what God used that Jephthah for. So it is not about how the thing happened, but it's how we handle and manage akwadano. Send your obey wiase, and send a ye korano, and send a ye solumu, and send a ye digine namo, and yes see. So you cannot impregnate somebody's daughter and walk scot-free and think that me you will never go scot-free. I'm telling you, maybe you have not thought of it. There is a tendency that even before you die, you go through something because you have punished that woman and you have punished that innocent boy. You cannot get it free like that. No, you cannot get it free. Maybe you are being pampered. We are hinting, we are suffering, we are directing, we are policing, we are chile, we are driver. They've been pampering. Oh, we fabricating, and so what? Wherever you came from to impregnate somebody's child, you better let your sense come back. Let it come back right now and go and look for that lady, Ansah, because there would be a feminine. It has its own repercussions. And one day you will pay for it because you did not treat that child respectfully. From the day one, baby, I want war. It is a key. Wofi asopiti wadu ma baby, I want kwakoda. It's a key. When you know what start to say day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. What's about my day 1 and crying about near to try the pictures? Why are you denying that child? Why are you denying that child? Say, if free die, free hospital, there's no picture. There is no picture. And then your phone, your crane, your camera by itself. There is no picture that can record the child boy, the child girl, the day 1 from the hospital. And technological age like this. For what? How can that be in this modern world? And then you leave somebody's daughter, Aja, and the woman go through the pain. Even for us to name the child becomes a battle. Wa kwadana nyem no wa ma behwe no. Wo wensuso ne ye betu ne dia. Then ebusua sa be power cho yewura brana. Ye be power cho. For you to come and name the child. Mo so ebusuafo be so ya mo so ne maso. Mo so ne maso. Yes, wa nyima kura no wa ma yes, I could panic Chelsea on metan. No, obi so basi no obey the nimu. It's just go ye na di achira wan. Wo damn woni akwada na da no. Enti wan wuru so ni pa na da. Didn't you see that you were sleeping with a woman? Then you were saying, I love you, baby. You're my sweetheart. You're my darling. How come that anyone bambaye would enemy? What is this? What is this? And then that child has become a problem, or she has become a problem, and the woman, the mother who kept the child for 9 months too, she has become an enemy. Even for naming ceremony. Papa beba so disrespectful. So disrespectful. Without any proper negotiation to know akwada within a dia wo de ba beto akwada no buy monfa deal with it. For what? For what? There must be some mutual respect. Akwara nyame ya adom ne yewo no a yewo bema ye de beto Owusu Ansah, yewo oba ye de beto Owusu a. So there is a proper discussions, proper. Where did I kind what proper discussions. They say you come and impose the name on the child uselessly because you don't respect the woman and you don't respect the family where that lady comes from and you don't respect that child. But do you know, excuse me, let me bring your mind back home. Maybe you're becoming like a Nebuchadnezzar. You are in the forest. Let me bring your mind back. Do you know that that child is going to be a president of Ghana? Do you know that that child is going to be a governor of Ghana? Do you know that that child is going to be a pilot who one day will pilot you? Do you know that that child is going to be a chief engineer? Do you know that that child is going to be a scientist? Do you know that child is going to be a lecturer? Do you know that that child is going to be the best farmer? Do you know that child is going to be a captain of military? Do you know that child is going to be an IGP? Why the name of Brempashasiye? Tell me. Name it away. Why the name Bashasiyefa? You don't know me. You don't know where I was born. You don't know how I was brought up. You just know me because I'm sitting here talking. But akwada bie ne ho a oba ye twere no mama so wo hie ne ba na eba no. It is the upbringing. Wo mo matimi akosuku adru akire no enye so mo nimade chen ye ne ya ankosuku adru akire no. It is because they got the opportunity. Why are you denying that child the opportunity to go through the kindergarten, to go through the good schools, to go through all the international schools, to go through that processes? Why are you denying that child? So one day the BI was nante from all the days of his life. Why are you denying that child? So sukua just a debia a diania de acheso ni aboboni de ashanesem. Why are you denying that child? Say school bag import the best channel. And this a de ya Jews mana ye dada. Why? How? Why are you denying that child? And that was monobi obetimi ashen. Why are you denying this? This a de a gukwa ho baby ne kwasa de beshen. Why? But it is a man who impregnated that woman. There's no difference between the processes. Will be a one a bano, we is a eba, and we hear neighbor. The same sex. But the difference is a very irresponsible person slept with very irresponsible woman. Yeah. Barima one dreaming quite chidi. Na only abadaye ni akomapa. Enfa wonu ani nsuo free na hono wonu he does omu onu ne hu nsuo no a ekọ wo bem no omu. And if you value that liquid, that sperm, you manage that sperm because baby ekọ no when him say that you bet my baba you kokro no brempo. Why are you giving birth? Why are you impregnating women? Why you back? Why you be no? Why you Ansah? Why you nine? Why you num? Wouldn't them chrome had it TV so at the radio so kasang. Meanwhile, your children. This is what you need a patrol. Ansah and wait to me a kwakutia. And you can point here utia kotebi. And you are sitting on our television and our radio and making noise. You are making noise. And you think that why you in free? When you're free that there is a God. There is a God. There is a God who brought these children into this world. And one day, you pay for it. If you don't change, and say sorry to that woman, you abuse that lady. You abuse that daughter. You abuse somebody's daughter who came to school. You abuse her. What abuse? No? What sign show disrespectfulness? Can you wake up today? Grab your baby and say, Bia no wabotai. Akwadebia. Every child who came into this world came with divine assignment, divine purpose, divine responsibility, divine missions, divine calling, divine agenda. There is no child who is an afterthought. There's no child, to be honest with you, there's no child who is an afterthought. Maybe you have never come across them. And when you come to the reality of life, you will know that it is how the environment received that child, and how we nurtured that child, and how we groomed that child, and how we mentored that child, and how we discipled that child. Sisa kwada no a wonam street no mo no a your friend is street child no. Se kebi obeto meme nsem a e na obeto papa asomesi na obenten nsem a enko yo sikaniba. But because you, this gentleman, are you even a gentleman? A gentleman who doesn't respect his own sperms. You are not a gentleman. You can never be a gentleman when you don't respect your own sperms. Why in and your children are working and killing people. And you don't think and you don't reason. I am sorry for you. You lady, be careful. The old man of crying Emma or no da. Baby be a woman of crying man or de biana Jenny. Sa kwa we ni nsuo ba me ho a ne daache sigin sen ba kwara ne daache be say. You that woman, you need to sit down. Sit down and begin to think. It is not just enjoyment. You need to think about the future. Say, would this man be responsible? Would this man carry the child? Would this man appreciate the gift? Will this man accept the responsibility and duties? Will this man respect me, the career? Me, I'm a swak. So don't just allow any man to strip you naked. No. Once you sister, when I make me just say sister, respect yourself. Value yourself. Appreciate who you are. Don't just let anybody anyhow just sleep with you. Because you never say, Mobano bit me by your Henekasibi. Bit my baba your Sophocassibi. Ubit my baba your chief executive case. Ubit my baba a big farmer be. Ubit my baba your pharmacist be. Ubit my baba doctor Cassibi. Ubit my baba your pilot Cassibi. Yes. But a valuer, ye lebeka, yes, casual sex no ye. If you put a value to it, I'm telling you, baby be about one. You hold him. No, please don't. Go get me one the answer. Go and see my family. Go and pay the right dues to my parents. Let's put a value to ourselves. Be relevant to my sombran faso. Ini jaonsa and to sauram. And mwabra bona nyete se de asa won se asa won fata asa wo de won nemusa sana. Can we put a value to our relationship that will lead to upbringing of children? Because akwade biara ogu wiase he biara so onfaso. Nobody is useless. Nobody is stupid. Nobody. But when even good, blessed children fall into the hands of wrong personalities, they become rotten.